goes out, get it done and then go home.
Yeah, he also does that every year when he takes the family down to the North Carolina shore.
All right, so boys and girls, let's call this meeting to order. Julio, could you do the roll call, please?
Sure, Ms. Laughlin.
Here.
Ms. Laughlin is present. Mr. Sykes.
Here.
Mr. Sykes is present. Mr. Siegel. Mr. Siegel.
Yeah, I'm present. I'm sorry.
Mr. Siegel is present. Ms. Reich.
Here.
Ms. Reich is present. Mr. Smith.
Here.
Mr. Smith is present. Mr. Gunther.
Here.
Mr. Gunther is present, and Mr. Brooks.
Here.
Mr. Brooks is present.
Okay, great. So we are reconvening to cover two matters of old business that we could not resolve in our last board meeting. So the first item is a resolution that relates to executing a mortgage in the favor of Jeff Bank on behalf of the Doach family project. We didn't have a quorum last time because Ed had to recuse himself. So that is why this resolution is on the agenda again. So let's get a motion, a second, and then we'll see if there's any discussion.
I'll make a motion. This is that they're building a, 8 rooms, like a little hotel thing, temporary residence and some parking and et cetera. Correct? So that's what this is about.
Correct.
I'll second it.
Okay, so we've got a second. Okay, any other conversation? So yes, Howard, that's the project.
It's a pretty neat, you were up there, Susie. You like this project.
Oh, it's beautiful. I've been there a couple of times.
Yeah,
If you guys haven't been, you should go. It's really impressive what they've done up there. Really nice. Okay, any other discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Just,
Okay. Motion carries.
Susie, just please note that I recuse myself.
Jen, you've got the minutes, right?
Yep,
Okay,
thank
Jen
you.
will note that. Okay, and the second item is the approval of the 2022 agency budget and financial plan. And the reason we did not vote on that at the last meeting is it required a 20-day notice, public notice period. Is that right, Jen? And
That's correct.
we were still within the 20 days. So we've now gone past the 20 days and we bring it before you to vote on the budget and plan as it was presented.
So moved.
Okay, so we got a motion. Can I have a second?
I'll
I see
second it.
Scott waving. Scott's got the second. Any discussion?
I have a question. I'm just trying to understand the Paris format and not, it looked that we're pretty close in budget to what we've been doing. You're going down a little bit because we don't, first we're on pause for a quarter. And secondly, I'm thinking that, we're not going to have as heavy duty number of projects, et cetera. But, and the expenses seem very consistent to what's been in the past in a sense. But how do you propose, like, where your excess, we're just carrying forward like 23, 24, and 25 based on current, you're thinking?
Yes, yeah, and I think these proposed numbers for 23, 4, and 5 are pretty consistent with what we projected out last year. So we really just assume things stay stable. We try to be very conservative with revenues, as you noted, because revenues are down and we assume they'll continue to be lower than they have been in the past few years because we're not collecting the sales tax fees from those big projects like the casino and the water park. And expenses are, we just assume that there will be certain percentages of increases in salaries and benefits, insurance and things like that. But yeah, we really just project forward pretty steady numbers based on previous. And the Paris requires 3 years of projections going out. And we've been fairly close to those projections, with the exception of the sales tax fees. We initially, a few years ago, assumed we were going to bring in more in sales tax fees than we did, and that's just because projects didn't use the full exemption that they were offered.
Yeah, you did a nice job on this.
Thank you.
You realize, looking at that budget, you realize how complex this organization is.
Tee.
Any other comments, questions? Okay, then let's call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, budget is passed. Let's see, I think we covered everything. Let me go back to the first page. Public comment. Is there any member of the public present? No. I guess I should have asked before that if there's any other business to come before this esteemed group.
The longer you stay in the job, the better off you get. You get it. That's just a little.
That is not an appropriate public comment.
I will say this though, because Ed knows how I feel about that comment from a couple days ago. But the fact that everybody shows up for you, that should make you happy.
Not for me. They're showing up for the county. That's a good thing.
Oh, I would, Howard, that's a really good point. The fact that people take this seriously and show up and contribute and so on. I hope more people understand what goes on, to be quite honest.
Even Scott, he's doing it from his car. Thank you, Scott.
But it looks like that's like a set thing. It's almost like carpool karaoke. We're down in a song right now, and we would not be surprised.
I got the phone wedged in the dashboard and the windshield. Good.
Okay.
Well, I think we can have a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Move it.
A second.
So move.
All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
You guys
Aye.
stay dry,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
Take care.
Everyone.
Thank you, Susie. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.